Your kidneys are filtering about 200 liters of blood every single day. But after 60, that filtering power starts to drop. And most people have no idea it's happening. Studies show that kidney function declines by roughly 1% per year after age 40, which means by the time you hit 65, your kidneys could be working at 2/3 of their original capacity. That's a massive difference. And when your kidneys slow down, toxins build up, blood pressure creeps up, and your energy tanks. The scary part? Most people blame it on aging and do nothing. But here's what researchers are finding now. Certain spices sitting in your kitchen right now have been clinically shown to protect kidney cells, reduce inflammation, and actively help flush out waste your body is struggling to clear. And the number one spice on this list. Scientists discovered something inside it that literally shields your kidney tissue at the cellular level. And the study results are genuinely shocking. Number 4. Cinnamon. This one surprises a lot of people because most think of it as just a baking spice. Cinnamon has been used medicinally for over 4,000 years, dating back to ancient Egypt and traditional Chinese medicine, where it was prescribed specifically for circulation and organ health. But modern science is now giving us the actual mechanisms behind why it works. And for your kidneys specifically, the research is compelling. The kidneys are extremely vulnerable to high blood sugar. When glucose levels stay elevated for too long, the blood vessels inside the kidneys get damaged, a condition called diabetic nephropathy, which is one of the leading causes of kidney failure in older adults. This is where cinnamon comes in. A study published in the journal Diabetes Care found that daily cinnamon supplementation reduced fasting blood glucose levels by an average of 18 to 29% in people with type 2 diabetes over 40 days. That reduction in blood sugar directly protects the delicate filtration units inside your kidneys called glomeruli. When those stay healthy, your kidneys stay healthy. Beyond blood sugar, cinnamon contains a compound called cinnamaldehyde, which gives it that warm, distinctive smell. Research published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry showed that cinnamaldehyde significantly reduced kidney inflammation markers in animal models, including reductions in creatinine and blood urea nitrogen, two waste products the kidneys are supposed to clear. Elevated levels of both are direct indicators of kidney stress, and cinnamaldehyde helped bring them down. Cinnamon also has a mild diuretic effect, meaning it encourages your body to produce more urine, which helps the kidneys flush waste more efficiently. A study in the International Journal of Preventive Medicine found that cinnamon extract helped reduce oxidative stress markers in kidney tissue by nearly 30%. Now, here is something very important. Not all cinnamon is the same. There are two main types: Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes called true cinnamon, and cassia cinnamon, which is the cheap kind found in most grocery stores. Cassia contains relatively high levels of a compound called coumarin, which in large amounts can actually be toxic to the liver and kidneys. Ceylon cinnamon has very low levels of coumarin and is the one you want to use regularly. For maximum benefit, use half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon per day. The easiest way is to stir it into warm water first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. This allows the active compounds to absorb quickly. You can also add it to plain yogurt, oatmeal, or herbal tea. Avoid mixing it with sugary drinks or desserts, because that defeats the purpose entirely. One thing worth knowing is that cinnamon also helps slow the rate at which your stomach empties after eating, which keeps blood sugar levels from spiking dramatically after meals. That steady blood sugar effect compounds over time, giving the kidneys a consistently lower stress environment to do their job. Consistency matters more than quantity here. 6 weeks of daily use is where researchers typically start seeing measurable changes in metabolic and kidney markers. If you have diabetes or are on blood sugar medications, let your doctor know you're adding cinnamon regularly, since its glucose-lowering effect is real enough to occasionally interact with medication dosing. Now let's move up to number 3, This one comes from the same family as ginger, and it's been the subject of over 3,000 published studies in the last decade alone. If this is already surprising you, hit subscribe. The best spice is still coming, and you don't want to miss it. Number 3. Turmeric. Turmeric has been used in Ayurvedic medicine for over 4,000 years, primarily in India and Southeast Asia, where it was used to treat everything from joint pain to digestive issues. But what scientists have discovered in the last few decades is that the active compound inside turmeric, curcumin, is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant substances found in nature. And for the kidneys, that matters enormously. Chronic kidney disease is largely driven by two things: inflammation and oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is what happens when harmful molecules called free radicals damage your cells faster than your body can repair them. The kidneys, because they filter so much blood, are constantly exposed to these damaging compounds. Curcumin acts as a molecular shield against this process. A clinical trial published in the journal Phytotherapy Research studied patients with early-stage chronic kidney disease who took curcumin supplements for 8 weeks. The results showed a significant reduction in serum creatinine levels, that waste product we mentioned earlier, along with lower levels of inflammatory proteins like IL-6 and TNF-alpha. These are the same inflammatory markers associated with kidney scarring and progressive kidney damage. The researchers concluded that curcumin had a measurable kidney protective effect even at this early stage. Another study, published in Kidney International, found that curcumin helped reduce proteinuria, which is when protein leaks into the urine, a major sign that the kidney's filtration system is breaking down. Patients who received curcumin showed a 30% reduction in urinary protein after 12 weeks compared to the placebo group. That is a significant and meaningful clinical result. Curcumin also helps protect the kidneys from nephrotoxicity, which is kidney damage caused by certain medications, particularly NSAIDs like ibuprofen and some antibiotics that older adults are frequently prescribed. A study in molecular nutrition and food research showed curcumin reduced drug-induced oxidative kidney damage by up to 54% in treated groups. Here it is the critical thing you need to know about turmeric. Curcumin has very poor bioavailability on its own. That means your body absorbs almost none of it if you just eat turmeric powder by itself. The fix is simple, and it's been proven. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, and research published in Planta Medica found that combining curcumin with piperine increases curcumin absorption by 2,000%. That is not a typo, 2,000%. So you must always combine turmeric with black pepper to get any real benefit. The best way to use it is to make a simple golden paste. Mix 1 tablespoon of turmeric powder with a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and a small amount of a healthy fat like olive oil or coconut oil. Fat further enhances curcumin absorption because it is fat-soluble. You can stir this paste into warm water, add it to soups, or mix it into cooked vegetables. 1 teaspoon of this paste daily is the target. Some people prefer turmeric tea. Just steep a 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric with a pinch of black pepper in hot water for 10 minutes, add a small amount of olive oil, and drink it warm. Do this daily for at least 6 to 8 weeks to see real changes. Now we move to number 2. This spice was literally used as currency in medieval Europe, and new research shows it does something remarkable inside your kidney cells. Number 2. Ginger. Ginger has one of the longest documented histories of any medicinal plant on Earth. It has been used in traditional Chinese and Indian medicine for over 5,000 years. And in medieval Europe, it was so valuable that a pound of ginger was worth roughly the same as a sheep. Today, we know exactly why our ancestors were so obsessed with it. And for kidney health after 60, the evidence is genuinely remarkable. The kidneys after 60 face a specific problem called renal fibrosis, which is essentially scarring of the kidney tissue. When kidney cells get inflamed and damaged repeatedly, the body tries to repair them by laying down scar tissue, but scar tissue can't filter blood. Over time, this fibrosis is what turns mild kidney decline into serious chronic kidney disease. Ginger directly targets this process. A study published in the journal Renal Failure examined the effect of ginger extract on kidney fibrosis in animal models and found that the active compounds in ginger, primarily gingerols and shogols, reduced fibrotic markers by 35% and significantly lowered kidney inflammation scores. The researchers concluded that ginger showed strong renal protective activity specifically against the scarring process. In human research, a randomized controlled trial published in the Iranian Journal of Kidney Diseases gave ginger supplements to patients with chronic kidney disease over 10 weeks. The group receiving ginger showed statistically significant reductions in serum creatinine levels, reduced malondialdehyde, a marker of oxidative damage, and improvements in antioxidant enzyme activity inside the kidneys. The control group showed no such improvements. Ginger is also one of the most powerful natural anti-nausea and digestive aids known, which matters for kidney health because poor digestion leads to a buildup of uremic toxins that the kidneys then have to work harder to clear. By improving gut function, ginger indirectly reduces the overall toxic load on the kidneys. There's also a cardiovascular connection. Ginger has been shown to lower blood pressure by relaxing blood vessels. A 2019 meta-analysis of 10 randomized trials published in Phytomedicine found that ginger supplementation reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 6.36 millimeters of mercury. High blood pressure is one of the top 2 causes of kidney damage in older adults, so this effect is directly kidney protective. For preparation, fresh ginger root is more potent than dried powder, though both work. The best method is to slice a 1-inch piece of fresh ginger root. Add it to 2 cups of water, bring it to a boil, then simmer for 10 minutes. Drink this as a tea, ideally in the morning or before meals. You can add a small amount of lemon juice. Lemon provides citrate, which helps prevent kidney stone formation. If using dried ginger powder, half a teaspoon per day stirred into warm water or food is the effective dose. Like turmeric, combining ginger with a small amount of healthy fat improves absorption of its fat-soluble compounds. Daily use is key. Occasional consumption does not build up the same protective effect in kidney tissue that consistent daily intake does over weeks and months. Give it at least 6 weeks before judging the results, and pay attention to how your energy levels and fluid retention change, because those are often the first signs your kidneys are responding. And now we've arrived at number 1, the spice that researchers were actually shocked by when they saw the cellular data. This one changes everything. Number 1, parsley. This might be the most underestimated plant in your kitchen. Parsley. Most people treat it as a garnish they push to the side of the plate. But parsley has been used as a medicinal herb since ancient Greek and Roman times, specifically for kidney and urinary tract health. The Greeks called it petroselinum, rock celery, and physicians of the ancient world prescribed it specifically for kidney stones and water retention. Modern science has now confirmed not only that they were right, but found mechanisms they couldn't have imagined. Here is what makes parsley extraordinary for kidney health. It is one of the most potent natural diuretics known to science, and unlike pharmaceutical diuretics, it doesn't strip potassium from the body. Most diuretic medications work by forcing the kidneys to excrete more sodium in water, but they also pull out potassium in the process, which can cause dangerous electrolyte imbalances. Parsley works through a different mechanism entirely. A study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found that parsley seed extract significantly increased urine output in rats by inhibiting sodium-potassium ATPase pumps in the kidney tubules, increasing the kidney's ability to flush out waste without the electrolyte stripping effect of pharmaceutical diuretics. This is genuinely important for older adults who are far more vulnerable to electrolyte imbalances. But the truly shocking discovery involves a compound in parsley called apigenin. This is a flavonoid, a type of plant antioxidant, and what researchers found it does inside kidney cells is remarkable. A study published in the journal Phytomedicine found that apigenin directly inhibited a cellular pathway called the NF-kappa B inflammatory cascade inside kidney tissue. NF-kappa B is essentially the master switch for inflammation in the body. When it's overactivated, which happens with aging, it drives chronic kidney inflammation and speeds up cell death. Apigenin turned that switch down by 47% in treated kidney cell cultures. Another study, published in Food and Chemical Toxicology, found that parsley extract protected kidney cells from oxidative damage so effectively that it reduced cell death rates by up to 72% when cells were exposed to toxic compounds. 72%. That is the kind of number that gets researchers excited, and it explains why parsley has been appearing in more and more nephrology research in recent years. Parsley is also exceptionally high in vitamin C and K. Vitamin C is a direct antioxidant that neutralizes free radicals in kidney tissue. Vitamin K plays a role in preventing calcium deposits in blood vessels and kidneys. Calcification of blood vessels in the kidney is a significant problem in chronic kidney disease and in older adults generally. Just 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley provides over 150% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin K. There is one important caution. Because parsley is such a potent diuretic and contains compounds that stimulate kidney activity, people who already have severe kidney disease, stage 4 or 5 chronic kidney disease, should speak with their doctor before consuming large amounts, as it can place extra demand on already struggling kidneys. For healthy kidneys or mild to moderate decline, it is exceptionally beneficial. For maximum benefit, the most effective preparation is fresh parsley tea. Take a large handful of fresh parsley, about a quarter cup of tightly packed leaves and stems, and add it to 2 cups of water. Bring the water to just below boiling, add the parsley, let it steep for 10 to 15 minutes, then strain and drink. Do not boil the parsley aggressively, as this degrades some of the heat-sensitive compounds. Drink 1 to 2 cups per day on an empty stomach in the morning. The stem contains just as many active compounds as the leaves, so don't discard it. You can also blend fresh parsley with lemon juice and water into a green shot. This is actually one of the most bioavailable ways to consume it, as blending breaks open the plant cells and releases more of the active compounds. If fresh parsley is not available, parsley seed supplements are well studied and effective. Look for products standardized to contain apigenin. Consistency over 4 to 6 weeks is where the research shows measurable changes in kidney stress markers and urine output improvements. Your kidneys have been working for you every single minute of every day for over 6 decades. They don't ask for much. These 4 spices, cinnamon, turmeric, ginger, and parsley, all backed by real clinical research, are some of the most accessible and powerful tools you have to give those kidneys the support they need after 60. Start with whichever one you have in your kitchen right now. 1 spice, 1 cup of tea. That's how real change starts, not with a dramatic overhaul, but with one small, consistent habit you can actually keep. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these 4 spices are you already using? And did you know it was helping your kidneys? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.